Today we will discuss about equivalence class partition. This is one of the test case design techniques. Okay, equivalence class partition technique. So how this equivalence class partition technique, one of the test case design technique, how we are going to apply in our manual testing in our application. So I will tell you in a useful way or simple way. So equivalence class partition technique, how we are going to apply in our testing. So suppose you just go with the registration form or any field. Okay, registration form, I am picking two fields. One is name, this is one name, and number. I am taking two fields. Okay, number. So here this name field, no, so they are giving mandatory field example only accept alphabets. Here only accept numbers. So I am taking this as this fields as an example. Okay, this is the name field, this is the number field, and these fields accept, this field name field should accept only alphabets, the number field should accept only numbers. Other than that, it should not accept anything. So how this equivalence class partition technique will apply here to solve these two fields. Okay, now the equivalence class partition definition is nothing but, so divide values into equivalent classes. Values are nothing but data, test data. Divide test data into equivalent classes, or divide values into equivalent classes. We will see for the name field here. We will see for the number field here. Okay, example. Okay, number field. See, normally here, so two things we need to remember. So divide values for the equivalent class. Okay, divide values into the equivalent class. One is test data. What test data? Applying on equivalence class partition. Okay, so divide values for the equivalent classes means, so I am dividing the test data in the name of classes. Okay, now name field, what it is accepting? Only accepting alphabet set. What I am doing? I am doing A to Z. So this is the valid data. Okay, valid data. So test data near what you are picking? A, B, C, X. So it is accepting. This is a valid data. So test data we are applying on is equivalence class partition A, B, C, D. So divided values for the equivalent classes means A to Z. This is one equivalent class I divided. This is one test data I have divided, valid test data. And also A to Z. This is also valid. So MNOP, like that. Suppose now I am picking special characters. This is invalid. So we are telling here, it is telling only accept alphabets. But if I try to enter special characters, no, this is invalid, right? Dollar. I am entering dollar at the rate. Now here I am picking numbers. So numbers is the equivalent class, complete class I am picking. The test data is complete in numbers. This is invalid. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how. So what we are applying on the equivalence class partition, we will write here. And what type of data we are preferring, test data we are preferring, and that divided into equivalent classes. A to Z is one equivalent class. A to Z. So this is the way you can. This is the actual way of making preparing test data for the equivalence class partition. Okay. The same way we will check for the numbers. Here what it is telling? Only accept numbers. Okay. So here divide equivalent class. Okay. Test data. Apply an equivalence class partition. Okay. Now here it is telling only accepting numbers, right? So numbers, no, till how, okay, only accept numbers in between 0 to 500. Okay, only accept numbers in between 0 to 500. So how the equivalent class I'll pick here? How the equivalent class we can pick here? Divide test data into equivalent classes. How are you going to pick? So I'll pick minus 100 to 0, invalid. Okay, what is that? What I am applying here? Minus 2, minus 50. Okay, now 0 to 100, valid. I am taking here plus 50, 100 to 200. This is the valid data, right? This is in between 0 to 500, right? I am picking 150. So what type of data you are taking as a test data for testing? So the test data, equivalence class partition. This is the group. A group in the sense equivalent class. We are dividing into classes. 200 to 300, valid. 250 you can take. 300 to 400, it's valid. You can take 350. So this is the valid test data. So this is the only one invalid. 400 to 500, this is valid. 450 you can take. Okay, here 500 to 600, invalid. 500 to 600 is invalid, right? So you can go with minus 550. This is the invalid data. And also here they are telling only accept the numbers, right? You can try with A to Z. A to Z, invalid. What you are applying here? A, B, C, D. I can go with the special characters. This is invalid. Dollar at the rate of hash. So we are dividing the test data into equivalent classes. So this is the range. Within this range it should happen. This is the range. And what data we are applying? The test data we are applying on equivalence class partition. This is valid, invalid, invalid. This is invalid, the rest are all valid, these are all invalid. So this is how we will check the equivalence class partition when we apply, like when we do our testing. This is a kind of workaround we will do for manual testing. I hope this is very helpful, guys. I hope you understood. Thank you.